A guy just came out in the 2026 NASCAR season and straight up started collecting wins like it's a video game on rookie mode. I'm talking about Tyler Reddick, and what he's doing right now, it's getting a little ridiculous. So here's the deal. This dude didn't just start hot. He kicked the door down and won the first 3 races of the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 straight. And in NASCAR, that basically never happens unless you are in one of those once-in-a-generation zones. Then, just when you think maybe he cools off a little bit, he goes to Darlington Raceway, one of the toughest, most unforgiving tracks on the entire schedule, and wins again. That gave 23XI Racing their 4th win of the season already. And now, this is where it gets interesting. Because while all of this is happening on the track, behind the scenes, things are moving fast. Reports are coming out that Reddick and 23XI are close, like really close to locking in a long-term contract extension. And honestly, they don't really have a choice. Because let's talk about what's actually at stake here. The NASCAR silly season for 2027, it's coming. And when it does, a driver like Reddick Young, aggressive, already winning and clearly comfortable in the car, is basically the #1 target on the board. Every top team would line up for him, so the plan was simple. Lock him down before anyone else even gets a chance to make a phone call. And here is where it gets a little bit personal. Denny Hamlin, one of the owners of 23XI, basically came out during a team celebration after the Daytona 500 win and said, "Yeah, we're close." Now think about that. You're celebrating one of the biggest wins in the sport. And at the same time, you're making sure your superstar driver doesn't walk out the door. That tells you everything about how valuable Reddick is right now. But here is where it gets a little controversial, because locking in a driver this early while he's on an absolute heater, that's a gamble. On one hand, you're securing a potential future champion before his price goes through the roof. On the other hand, what if this is just a peak? What if this is the hottest stretch of his career and you're paying for performance that's impossible to sustain? That's the gray area. That's the debate. But if you've been watching these races, yeah, it doesn't feel like a fluke. This feels different. Reddick isn't just winning, he's controlling races, managing tires, making aggressive moves at the exact right moment. It's like everything is just quick, and that's the scary part for the rest of the field. Because if this momentum keeps building, we're not just talking about a hot start anymore. We're talking about a full-blown championship run. So now imagine this. Season keeps rolling, wins keep stacking, pressure keeps rising, engines screaming, restarts getting tighter, every move getting more desperate, and sitting right in the middle of it all, a driver who just secured his future and has absolutely nothing to lose. That's dangerous. And when you zoom out for a second, if this deal gets done and Reddick keeps performing like this, we might look back at the start of 2026 as the moment everything changed, not just for him, but for 23X Racing as a powerhouse team. Because this isn't just about a contract. This is about locking in a guy who might be the next face of the sport. And right now, he's driving like he already is.